G Pop sent us a real one from Draco, and the next thing you knew, we was doing parades. That's tough.
It's insane to have your mother on the album cover of these songs. I would say my favorite project of these three is. This is the Rhythm and Rhymes podcast. I'm your host, AJ Hughes. I'm here with my co-host, Antonio. But before we get into the topic, I just want to say, you know what I'm saying? Pistons to the, y'all will be seeing this after game 7. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, I'm riding high on my way on a flight to Detroit for the conference finals for a game. You know what I'm saying? We got Op. You know what I'm saying? My co-host on
I'm
the
up now.
call Antonio. He thinks Cleveland's gonna win. That's the only. We're not gonna get into the game. We're not gonna do you an analysis. He thinks they're gonna win Game 7. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry.
How dare you? How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm also excited to watch the game. It's finally warm out here, so I'm starting to get outside a little bit more. I'm going to Atlanta next week, so that should be fun. Doing pretty good, bro. Doing pretty good.
That should be fun. Let me know how that is. I haven't been to Atlanta yet.
Atlanta's fun, bro. I love it. I'm going to a Atlanta Dream game. I'm gonna see the Roots at the Jazz Festival. That should be fun as well. Saturday, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but we'll see.
Okay, noted. Now, with no further ado, it's Drake week, bruh. It's Drake week. You know what I'm saying? We knew we were getting Iceman, and he surprised us with 3 albums, which I have mixed feelings about, but we'll get into that. We're gonna get into the music, and then we're gonna get into maybe potentially why he released it this way. He released 3 projects: Iceman, Maid of Honor, and Habibti, I think is how you pronounce it. 43 tracks total, a ton of features from Party Next Door, Sexy Red, Low Shimmy, Future, Molly Santana, 21 Savage. Where's the other one? Bear with me, folks. I gotta keep clicking through projects, bruh. Who's on Maid of Honor?
Popcorn was on Maid of Honor. There's Central C song that was already out.
Stunner Sandy, Popcorn, like you said, Iconic Savvy, shout out Chicago, you know what I'm saying? I guess let's get into it. What do you think overall about the music that was released? And then we'll get into each project. Overall, do you feel like you were satisfied with the quality and the quantity of music released?
I would say I was satisfied personally. I liked a lot of songs off of here. Off all 3 projects, there was a couple. I would say Habibti was probably the one that I listened to the least. And that's weird for me because I felt like that was a lot of like R&B Drake. So I like R&B Drake a lot. I like is that the first side of Scorpion? That's the R&B side.
Second side.
Yeah, but the second side of Scorpion, I really like that. So surprised I didn't listen to this much, but I would say a lot of the stuff on Iceman, I'm gonna go back to. There's definitely songs on Maid of Honor that are gonna be crazy. Hearing them outside this summer, I feel like Atlanta's gonna turn up to some of them songs. So excited to see that when I go out there. But I liked what I heard. I think one of the like knocks that Drake keeps getting is like all like the music is just sound the same. It's super repetitive. And I will say content wise, it doesn't feel that much different. It's not like he's saying a bunch of crazy stuff. The bars are crazy. I feel like the bars and the different stuff he was going to, like different references he was making, that was crazy. But I do feel like content wise, it was maybe a little along the lines of what you're gonna get from a Drake album. And honestly, that didn't like I'm never gonna be mad at that. I like
Yeah.
that I heard.
To that point, I think something that the Kendrick beef illuminated for people that I feel like is a no point on my end is that he doesn't talk about anything. And the reason I say this is because I feel like most people's general everyday life is relatable, and a lot of it is very mundane, and there's not a lot of insight or like something super deep to it, right? We commend artists when they go deeper and are able to analyze something like that, but I feel like to knock somebody for appealing to people's everyday life is like, I don't like that personally. You know what I'm saying? If you're looking for something super insightful or analytical of every second of every day, all power to you. But I don't think that's, you know what I'm saying, for the general public, that's not realistic. You know what I'm saying? As somebody who finds himself critically thinking throughout the day or the week, I would never knock somebody who has a regular life. And so for Drake to appeal to somebody like that, I think that's a dope, that's a point that doesn't land with me
Yeah,
anymore. You know what I'm saying?
definitely.
So to the projects though, I think Iceman was the one I listened to multiple times. Maid of Honor I listened to probably twice, and then Habibti I skipped through. I would say my favorite project of these three is Iceman.
Yeah, I would agree. I think that has the most
Yeah.
replay value. I think overall the bars are all on Iceman. Maid of Honor, like I said, it's gonna play outside for sure. There's a lot of great songs for outside, but I think Iceman is the most cohesive too.
Do you think like which bars stood out to you? And I guess which things that he said are like, I don't want to say they hit you the hardest, but they were like, dang, like he said it or he really went there.
He said, "If I gave you a helping hand, you under the thumb." And like that's a double entendre because if you give a nigga a hand like this, the thumb is down. Oh my god. This nigga said, if I gave you a hand, nigga, you under the thumb. Double entendre because now you niggas owe money forever. I'll make them pay. He basically referenced, he said, don't be surprised if you see the whole YM and CA, like just like the village people. I thought that was hard. I don't know
I
why.
don't understand the bar still. I keep hearing it and I never went to look what what does that mean?
Okay, so the village people are the people who made the YMCA song. And
Oh, that
yeah,
was the okay, okay, okay,
so he was
okay,
saying
okay.
you're gonna see the whole Young Money YM in CA Canada, which I thought was hard. So I don't know why.
Mhm.
I thought that was
Oh
so hard.
shit. I didn't get oh, okay, okay, okay. I kept hearing that and I was like, bro, there has to be he's flipping something. But I
Hmm.
never just went to look that one up. That's crazy. YM for that's correct. Yeah, 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 yeah.
And
Yeah,
then I
Drake's
thought
different.
Too Hard for the Radio. I thought that was a great like way for him to kind of stab back at Kendrick. Like he I don't know if I loved it because it's like he was doing the whole I'm gonna imitate Cali thing, but like I don't know, I thought the beat switch was
I
hard.
thought it
I
was
thought
hard. I thought it was hard. I thought it was so hard. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I think let's say that there was no They Not Like Us and there was some West wave of music.
Mhm.
I feel like if he were to put something out with potentially different content, obviously, but if he was to make something to this bop, people would love it. But I think it's because he's doing it as a joke to They Not Like Us. And the song being too hard for the radio is also ironic because it's like Drake's not too hard for the radio, but he's saying like, "Yo, I'm making." He's like, "Bro, the only reason I'm not on the radio is because this shit's so hard." You know what I'm saying? I think that's a funny retort. You know what I'm saying? As a swing back, I think that's a good idea. I don't know. I don't think it was meant to be like, "Oh, this is the West Coast Bop of the year." I don't think it was meant for that.
Yeah, I also thought the chorus on Burning Bridges, when it was a lot of beat switches in here too. I heard people saying they didn't love that. I thought it was kind of cool. Like I always love when you in one mode and then I feel like that's kind of keeping people's focus too because people have a really short attention span. People are expecting those 1 minute 30 second songs. So like for him to switch it near the middle of the song, I like that for some of them. But in this one, he was talking about ASAP Rocky, I could tell just because he was like, he said, "Yo, baby, mom ain't even post a single, damn." And then the where is she at in the video, dude? I don't know. I thought the stream was crazy too, like the way he did all
Yeah,
the videos within the stream. Like I don't know. There was so many bars in here, bro. It's hard to keep up with all of them.
it was hard for me. For me, learning that National Treasure was a DeMar DeRozan diss.
Yeah,
It made me listen to it with a new lens, and I just think I don't know, like it's. I feel like some people are like they don't enjoy certain levels of pettiness. You know what I'm saying? Or they feel like some like from the outside perspective, they feel like yo, it's not worth it. Like we don't even need to go there. It's not even worth your time. Why are you even worried about that? But there are certain little things that irk me in the same way they irk Drake. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it's disingenuous of people to think that there's not things throughout the day that irk you like that. And I don't and this is the thing that we don't know the nature of people's relationships. So not to even like dive into that. But for him to make the whole diss song about him, you know what I'm saying? The Kawhi, what was the Kawhi bar? The Kawhi bar was tough.
yeah,
You
he
remember that one?
said, oh, what did he say, bro? Let me go back to that shit. He was talking about like, oh, we got Pop sent us Kawhi, and then we won the chip. Like, hold on, where that shit at, bro? I sent him a sack because I wanted you shipped to the king. when you was a part of the team, we used to be planning our Mexico trip in the spring. We must have been dealing in the spur of the moment because why do we think you could get us a ring? They bragging about how you went home. The fuck are they on? Crody, we threw them away. G Pop sent us a real one from Drago, and the next thing you knew, we was doing parades. That's tough.
Bro, bro, bro,
Yo.
bro, bro. He said, "Cause why did we think you were gonna give us a ring?" But he pronounced it Kawhi. He
Oh shit.
pronounced it Kawhi. Brother, there were bars on here that made me think like, yo, I feel like whoever Drake is, if Drake got some cold nigga locked in that basement, or he's just him, it's one of the two. There's a nigga down there writing these bitches down. That shit was crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? I think people were going crazy over the Palestine bar with DJ Khaled.
Oh, yeah.
Personally, I think the Rick Ross diss was harder than that.
Mhm.
I think the Rick Ross diss was hard because what, bro? I wrote it. Cause he said something like, "I've been." He said, "Dog,
I've
I've
been
been
Aiden Ross
aiding
with
Ross's
streams and
streams before Aiden Ross ever streamed." Nigga, what? That's a bar. Yo, it was bars on here. What was it? The 23. Stop asking about 23 and me because I'm a real nigga and he is not. Or something like that.
he
I was
said it's in
like,
my
dang, he
DNA. Like,
I
yo.
didn't catch the 23 and me. I didn't catch the 23 and me DNA part until later. I just knew he was talking about Brian. Somebody else pointed that out on Twitter. I don't know. I feel like it is on just some like backpacker in me, it's a shame that Quentin Miller ruined Drake's pen, like his certified pen.
Mhm.
Because my thing is, it's like, bro, he's using writers because he's a pop star. But some of these bars, bro, some some of these bars, it's like, bro, this is him. This has to be him. You know what I'm saying?
It's funny because that was the thing Drake came into the game with. That was the thing niggas was talking about with Drake. Obviously, a nigga who could sing, he had a melody, he could keep a tune. But like his
Right.
bars and his metaphors was something that I think people were missing from Drake in the past couple of years. And I think one thing I heard other people saying, I always like to bring that back, but it sounded like he was more focused when it came to this album specifically. Like it sounded like he had that time to sit there and not release. Drake had been on such a like just release after release after release, song after song, just every single year. And we didn't get no real long extended period of time with no Drake music. And we got that. And I feel like it definitely returned something good. So
Yeah. So he released these three projects, and basically the way I look at it, he had a rap project, he got like an R&B slow jams project, and then he had a dance project. That's how I would categorize Maid of Honor. Um, to move to Maid of Honor real quick, I think Whole Phase is one of the craziest tracks he released. Period. I think that one's probably one of my favorite ones. I also think it's funny. Somebody posted on Twitter. There's a lot of, I don't know. Once you click on one Drake hate tweet, they all start coming to your timeline.
mhm.
And one of them I seen was like, "Yo, it is insane. It's insane to have your mother on the album cover of these songs." And then it's
Yeah.
like it was a picture of the album cover over Whole Phase. And I was like, damn, that's low key kind of crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? That was funny. But Whole Phase is really good. Outside tweaking, I didn't understand the Stun of Sandy Ice Spice beef, but to give you the quick rundown, Stun of Sandy essentially, to me, it's like Ice Spice came out with the sound. Stun of Sandy was like, yo, I kind of fuck with that. She sampled on some of the records, kind of sounded like her on some of the records. And Ice Spice was like, yo, why you copying my shit? You know what I'm saying? And so Drake and Ice Spice had whatever they had. Apparently they're not cool. And so he went and got her on a song. You know what I'm saying? I think personally that could have been any girl. I think he just did that to be petty. You know what I'm saying? But I
Yeah.
like the song. I like the song. Cheetah Print, I like it, and I don't know. Sexy Red is an acquired taste. If you still fuck with Sexy Red, you're eating sugar rice. You know what I'm saying? You're eating sugar rice. If you know,
Mhm.
you know. Which one flows really well in here? I'm glad he did the Popcorn song. You know what I'm saying? Popcorn is no longer an OVO member. He's no longer on OVO, but I'm glad he put it on the album. I like True Bestie. I don't know. Are you the same as me where it's like you hear somebody and you know if they're from Chicago or not from the first breath?
Yeah, and it was even the juke sound. Once I heard her come on, I was like, "Oh yeah, she from the city, bro. Like she definitely from the city. You could hear it. One day we gonna have to get into that, but you could just see like the nature and the tone when it comes to just the black women in Chicago, bro. It's different. It's real different.
I feel like you grow up hearing people talk for so long, and then
Mhm.
you go hear other people talk. When you hear somebody from where you're from grow up talking, it's a thing that like it's like a bat signal or something like that in the back of your head where you're just like, let me go double check. And usually you're right. But if you go to Iconic Savvy's Instagram page, bro, she had like 5, 6, 7,000 followers before this came out. And she posted like her Instagram feed looked like 2013, bro. Like it's like, you know what
Damn.
I'm saying? It's like she just she's not ain't got no backing, ain't got no label. She's not like this label darling. It's like her like you hear her voice on song. It's like she just got one of them voices where it's like somebody here and it's like, oh no, she's tough. You know what I'm saying? Oh no,
Mm.
she's tough. You just go get her. Cause she's not a major label artist, and that's not a knock. It's just like, bro, he just went and found somebody from Iraq. I thought that shit was cold. I like that song a lot. Q&A got a like Brazilian funk esque production to it. I actually like that one a lot. I think him doubling down on the house dance wave is reassuring to me because it's like, bro, I think I'm the next essay I'm finna write, and what I've been thinking about recently is like, bro, we're entering a legitimate like music revolution. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like niggas are kind of just tired of everything. A lot of trends are changing. A lot of the ways people listen to music are changing. And I think niggas just finna be outside jigging, shaking the tail feather. You know what I'm saying? And I think Drake understands that. Cause somebody like the thing with house and the thing with like if you're playing for house, you're playing for DJs. And if you're playing for DJs, you often aren't making like you're not making the whole song for somebody to sit there and listen to start to end. You know what I'm saying? You're making parts of songs that people are gonna mix into other songs because that's how DJs work. You know, like I was listening to the song today, and it was a Brazilian funk song. That shit was 5 minutes and 30 seconds long. And I was like, bro, I'm about to mix from second 45 to 1 minute and 22 seconds. Like the rest of this song, I thought it was ass. But that 40-second gap, it's like, bruh, that shit was hard. And that's how this feels to me. It's like so much switching, so much different production. It's not really like an album to be like, you can listen to it start to finish, but it's not really for that. It's for us. It's for DJs, bro.
Yeah, and it's funny because Drake has always been on that. Like that was one of the first things my friends was saying in the group chat was like Drake just need to switch over and do just a complete house project. And then I sent the honestly never mind
Wait,
cover. I feel like Drake has always been early on this, and just to speak back to some of the other points you were making, I think it's really interesting how Drake has always done that, where he'll grab an artist from a random, like just a random artist you've never heard of, and put them on in that way. Um, like I think one of the bars that was also interesting was when he said, "You not know you known in the A markets, not the B markets, the C markets, those are D markets." Like I feel like that's how he's always been. Is like he's looking at those C and D markets. He's looking at those sounds that are going crazy over there, and I feel like he's just one of those like genuinely big music heads where he just really loves listening to music, and he listens to all type of music. Like to even hear somebody like a Molly Santana, like you said, iconic savvy. Whenever he's grabbed these artists, it's always crazy how early he is on these people, and then how his influence takes over. Even Molly Santana, she had I want to say just over 700,000 monthly listeners on Spotify. She now has 7 million. Like that's a 10x jump for anybody who does numbers. But while we're here, my brother's doing a series on Brazilian funk. You guys should really check out our YouTube page. We have over 400 plus videos of content. If you're missing out, you're just missing out. Let's just say that you're missing out. We have a lot of stuff, a lot of different stuff you could watch and listen to, a lot of different opinions, something for everybody. We got videos on black rock. We got videos on ama piano. We got videos on house music. We got videos on everything and anything soon. And I'm also writing a video for Atlanta this week. So let's see. Go follow us. Real R and all that.
he's always been great at finding the smaller artists and hopping on a wave. I'm really actually satisfied that he went that direction for a project. The R&B album I'm interested to go into as well because I think, and we've talked about it here, like hip hop writers that go to R&B make like the best R&B because they still writing like rappers over slower beats,
Mhm.
over more melodic beats. So I'm interested to get more into that. I haven't dove all the way in. But I want to get into like the release strategy, right? A lot of people have been saying that this was to get out of his Universal deal. And personally, I just feel like, because Drake has such a crazy hype, I sort of stay away from conspiracy. But it seems to be picking up a lot of steam, and you put it in our notes. So why don't you like inform me what actually happened? Is he out the deal? Is that what people are saying?
We know that in 2022, Drake signed that what people are calling LeBron size 360 deal, $400 million deal that put him under UMG's thumb in this way. That's still the speculation of it, is that it's kind of like Frank Ocean 2016. Frank Ocean in 2016, he dropped Endless to get out of his deal, and then he dropped Blonde the next day. Really, it was like a strategy for him to be able to get out of the deal, fulfill the album quota that he had. And something I saw that was interesting on this was that it's possible that in his contract, even if he had like an album quota, there was a sales quota or a numbers quota. So that could stop him from getting out of this. So there's no real definitive, like, he's out of this deal. I think we're going to see in the next couple of months how things are going. But I think the other angle of this that is kind of interesting is that outside of what is happening with UMG, he was getting offers from like private equity firms to fund what he's doing. And it was like big, large offers. Like I'm talking $1 billion offers. And I think on some of the songs he kept talking about, we're talking about a billion now. We're talking, and I think that's what he was referring to. Like, to be honest, I think that he's been saying for the longest, I want to shake up the industry. I want to change how things are. Like, I'm fighting the industry as we speak. And if he ends up just going with the private equity firm, however that deal is set up, still owning the rights to his music and everything like that, that could literally shake up how artists do things completely. Like, I think the other person who I've been watching close when it comes to this stuff is Taylor Swift, because she was dealing with that whole like re-recording all of
Re-record,
her music to
yeah,
get all of her rights back and all of her masters back. And she's one of those people that has the same type of power, if not more, than Drake does when it comes to the music industry and like what she can do, pulling strings, whatever you want to call it. I'm really interested to see how this goes, because I think he could genuinely be one of those people that changed the music industry. I'm also going to say, Drake, watch your neck, because you saw what they did to Mike, saw what they did to Prince. Prince had to change his
bro,
name to symbol, bro. Like,
bro. I was I was listening to First Person Shooter today.
mhm.
I know I was watching the YouTube video, and this is important that I was watching, not listening. Bruh, the end of the song to me is like, bro,
Beat it,
when you
nigga.
can say bars that nobody can really actually say, bruh, that dog, they said people talking about when we gonna see this again. Nigga, I'm one away from Michael, nigga, beat it.
And then said, nigga, beat it. Nigga, beat it.
Yo, and then he on the fucking, bro. The video is crazy. He's on the fucking the skyscraper or whatever the fucking the building is in Toronto doing this. It's people in the crowd going, yeah, yeah, and then they unveil a statue of Drake. Bro, bro, I'm one away from Michael Jackson. Like, I think for whatever you want to say about him, how he makes music, the content of his music, it's like Michael Jackson was clearly trying to be the best in the world ever. You know what I'm saying? He was trying to be the best in the world. And so for him to get to the point where it's like, bro, I'm Mike, nigga. He's our Mike, and people don't want to say, oh, it's not. They don't say, oh, it's not the same thing. But it's like he just picked a different genre and made something massively appealing to everybody. Like, that's hard to do, bro. And I'm also interested to see where this goes, because if he goes private, I don't know. I just hope he don't get off like Mike, is what I would say.
Yeah, that'll be the real problem. Like, prayers up to Drake in that arena, because if they if they get to my boy, bro, goddamn, goddamn. If y'all listen to Habibti at all, tell me Classic isn't gonna be one of those Drake records in a couple years, bro. That song, that sounded like some 90s R&B, bro. Craziness. That was one of those ones that, like, I know I'm gonna keep going back to. Like, that was like, uh that, like, Faded. I'm trying to think of the other pipe down. Like that was one of them classic R&B. Like, yeah, that's gonna be crazy in a couple years. I think niggas are sleeping on that. And to go back to the whole like uh him putting on artists, I think Low Shimmy is a very interesting pick for Drake. I feel like he's right in that lane of what Drake was kind of doing. I would even say he's a little bit more melodic on a consistent basis. Like Drake was always at the beginning of his career bouncing between just melodic rapping, melodic rapping, melodic rapping. And Low Shimmy is almost all melodies. Like I feel like he's one of them people to look out for in the next couple years. So that's what I'm gonna say. You know what else would be funny? Our co-host AJ has dealt with his fair share of bad gals. So I want to know if he dealing with some shit right now.
Right now?
Yeah, I was like,
Nah,
I was just
nah.
talking to the crowd. You know?
I was just talking to um local black business owner I work with. I'll say that. I was working with a local black business owner. You know what I'm saying? I was just talking to him about his girl troubles. And I was just like, bro, like, it don't feel like they're ever trying to help. So right now, it's like, bro, the minute you start stressing me, bro, you gotta get deleted. You gotta get deleted. I don't have time. Right now, I'm kind of in my bag right now. You know what I'm saying? The money's on the way up. Clients are finna be coming in very shortly, like within the next couple of weeks. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting out like essays and changing curriculum and like shaping the way the children think. If you're not trying to help, I just don't have time for it right now. I just don't have the energy to sit here and give a fuck.
Assets over liabilities, bro. You know what it is. You know what it is, bro.
I'm dead. I want to get into the blue dot fever, a no ticket sales crisis. I seen you put this in there. This looks really interesting. What is this about? What is the Live Nation cartel up to, bro?
Okay. I'm gonna say that whole section I'm gonna cut out, probably chop it up, but whatever. Blue Dot Fever. So basically the whole idea of this is that when you look at Ticketmaster's website, you look at their app, you see you're seeing the seats, they use blue dots to signify like open seats. And one thing people were talking about was that there's been a lot of people who have canceled shows in the past year. Um, and the Live Nation CEO actually dismissed this in their latest earnings call. I'm a stock guy, so
Mm.
seen this, but basically it's the narrative that tours are being canceled due to poor ticket sales. And um he was saying that's far from factual. He said their normal historical rate of having to cancel shows is about 1 to 2%. And the numbers he gave just to show that was if there's 15,000 shows in a year, probably 100 of them are getting canceled. Their revenue was up year over year. Like their ticket sales were up 11% year over year. So that was a thing where it's kind of like in between. And one thing I thought was really interesting from this article that was said was artists are now pricing their tours more effectively instead of efficiently. And that's what's causing this blue dot fever. And I think that concept is very interesting because of the fact that people are now saying ticket prices are outrageous. Like they've been outrageous for a long time. I sent you the Carol G show that's in Chicago in June or July. The 400 seats were about $400. I'm
Wait,
looking to
I have a question.
go ahead.
What do you think it means by efficiently versus effectively?
Um, I think like effectively is more so like they're pricing it based on how the experience is. Like a concert is a good experience. Like it's one of the best experiences you'll have, in my opinion. I feel like concerts are expensive to put on also. So it's like covering more of their like the front end that they're paying to put the concert on and all the different stuff that they're I think they're factoring in more so that like they're the money they're bringing in versus the experience their fans are getting and the ability for them to bring out a bunch of fans. I feel like they're
Okay.
bringing out more of those
S-
high ticket fans in that sense,
s-
if that makes sense.
so you think what they mean by efficiently more than effectively, which I think as a wordsmith myself, is a sinister way to say it. Um, efficiently would be making sure you sell it through as many tickets as possible, which means potentially lowering the prices so more people could buy tickets.
Yeah.
Effectively would be mean pricing higher and dealing with if people don't book as at such a high rate, but you're making more per ticket, so it's okay.
Yeah, I think that's what they meant. It was hard for me to kind of decipher that too, but I think that's what he was saying without saying it.
Okay. I think, there's this concept, and I'm gonna butcher it, but I feel like it's relevant here, where it's like in any market, that something can be commoditized, it's either like you never want to be in the middle. It's either a race to the bottom, or you're differentiating your price point so that you can stand apart from everybody else. I'll give you an example, right? Let's say video editing,
Mhm.
right? Before, if you were a freelance video editor, let's say your rate was $30 an hour, right?
Yeah,
Now that the market has been decommoditized, well, has been decommoditized in a certain, well, now that the market has grown for talent, right? People capable of doing it at $30 an hour. It's like there's a dude in the Philippines that's probably just as good as you, willing to do the same amount of work for $10 an hour, right? And so if y'all are doing the same work in terms of like the outcome being brought, or it's just similar, they're always going to go with the $10 hour person, because you're not providing anything substantially better than that person. So for you as a business person trying to get some money, you got two options. Either one, you figure out a way to justify the pricing at 30, or you have to come down to 10 eventually, or you have to work your way down to 10. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's essentially what it is here. And I think artists more mature in their careers, or that have bigger fan bases, you should price higher, obviously, right? Like you have a
yeah.
fan base that wants to see you, so you should price a little bit higher. Not just this, I'm trying to lower my prices and sell tickets. But if you're a new artist and you're trying to build a fan base, it might like that might have to be viewed as an investment. The first couple of tours might have to be viewed as an investment, where it's like, I want people to show up at my shows, so they'll keep showing up at my shows. So I'm gonna bring the price down. You know what I'm saying? So um I don't know. This isn't surprising to me. I think this is just people not understanding economics.
The thing that I agree with him on is like the demand is still there. Like people still want to see their favorite artists. Even on a sense of like Lala. Like I was talking about how much the Karol G show was, but like Lala, I had to pay upwards of almost $400, like close to it, for 2 days. Like I'm not even going for the full four because there
Damn.
wasn't enough artists. They've risen the prices crazy in the past 5 years. And but they know the demand is there because every single year, I would say since the year I went to see Lil Baby, the tickets sell out faster and faster. And it's like a lot of people are doing the whole bot thing and like they're buying like they bought in shoes. So I mean it's crazy, bro. It's crazy out here.
I want to talk about Sech.
Mhm.
Sech put out an album, Secho Gang. 13 songs, 36 minutes. There was a couple features on here, including Jay Wheeler, Chris R, Lucho RK, Ryan Castro, who, if you know, you know. If you know, you know, longtime collaborator. I have a lot to say about this project. What did you think about this project?
I think even for the person who my Spanish is as bueno, no genial. My Spanish isn't great. I think even for a person who listens to reggaeton passively, like a person who's not listening to every lyric, this is a great listen. The beats on here are crazy to me. My favorite song was Cobertura. That's actually on our songs that got us through the week playlist. Go check that out on the Real R&R page. But that was my favorite song off this project. I'm a big Ryan Castro fan. I have been for a long time now. He's right up there with Mike Towers for me as far as like people I listen to consistently. His last project was crazy, so hearing him on here was great. And I like this project. I think when you texted me and said like he's making a generational album, by the time I got to the end, I can see what you mean. Like it has a lot of replay value. I feel like I said, it's even for a person who listens passively, it's a good listen. So
Bro, as a Sech fan, like of all the reggaeton music that I've listened to and the reggaeton artists that I consume, Sech is probably like Sech might be my favorite reggaeton artist. You know what I'm saying?
mhm,
I feel like if I was just to throw something out there, it'd be like Ozuna,
yeah.
Bad Bunny, Sech. Those would be my three. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
J Balvin I like a lot. But I'm just saying, like the one that I really like the most, it would be Sech. And to think about his albums, like I became a fan at the album 42, right? 42 that came out in 2001. That's my favorite project. There's still nothing that has topped that to me. You know what I'm saying? If you go back to the album prior, One of One, that album was tough. Feature list, let me give it to you real quick. Mike Towers, Daddy Yankee, Nando Boom, Zion and Lennox, Justin Quiles, Faru- Faruku,
Faruko.
Ozuna, and Archangel and a couple others. That album is tough, but it's like that album to me is like he got potential. It's coming through. You know what I'm saying? 42 to me was his moment. If you go on to the next four project, like I feel like this next project, El Bloque Hills, very electronic, very pop. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't my favorite. And then he did the Academy, Segunda Mission. The Academy, if you know that group of artists when they get together, they don't miss. They make great music. So I enjoyed that project. But then his two following solo projects, Tranqui Toro Pasa and Esa Noche Termino de Dia, also very electronic. I don't know if this was, and I have a list of artists I would love to interview, but he's one of them. I'm like, I don't know if this was intentional or it was just a part of because he switched labels. You know what I'm saying? He switched labels. So I don't know if it was sort of like, oh, this is the direction we want to go, or he was just like, I want to go this direction. But those two projects to me, very electronic, not the same vibe as 42 to me. Not bad projects, but just not the same. I liked Esa Noche Termino de Dia a little bit more. But anyway, I say all that to say this project feels like 42 to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? This project feels like he's back in that bag. Like he gave you the Sali Perea. He gave you the hook on the project, bro. When he went and when he gave you the hook from 42 on the project, I'm like, oh, he felt indifferent. That's how I felt. I'm like, oh, he felt indifferent. He said, I'm back in that bag. That to me, that's what that said. And so I don't know. This project to me hit different. Like Destono is really good. Cobertura is really good. Los de Nosotros is good. Se Va. Se Va might be a top 5 set song to me, bro. I'm not lying to you. I'm telling y'all,
That's
if
bold.
you like reggaeton, bro, this project, he's moving different. He's moving different. That's all I want to say. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, y'all gotta check this out. Like I said, I'm a bigger Mike Towers fan, Ozuna fan than I have been a Sech fan in the past. But I feel like if you're a person who's trying to get into reggaeton too, like Sech is a great crossover. He does a lot of switching from English to Spanish. Like that's why I feel like I started to like him at first. But I don't know. Go check this out though. Great project.
I'm biased and I don't know how to say this, but like reggaeton is reggaeton is a Puerto Rican genre of music,
Mhm.
right? But it derives from a genre of music not made in Puerto Rico. It derives from a genre of music created in Panama. Such as Panamanian. Do it that what you will. That's all I'm gonna say. That's how it would if I was looking to get into this and I looked at him, that's how I look at it. That's what I would say.
Beloved Act 2 came out, I believe it was called. Yeah, Beloved Act 2.
Yep.
Just 5 songs added to the original project. You might as well just make it its own EP, but we talk about that in here all the time. Niggas are trying to play the numbers game. I thought the 5 songs were good. I thought Beloved was good when it came out. So not much to say here. Like the song with Leon Thomas was great. The song with Kehlani was great. Leon Thomas, again, I keep saying he's like the nigga you grab to get a hit at the moment. I feel like good pickup on Givion's part. But yeah, other than that, I thought it was a cool project. The Edge, Tone Stith, he's been one of my like newer favorite R&B artists. This album was a big, to me, it felt like blast from the past. Like it was real 90s, 80s sounding, like electronic, like that type of sound. Stevie Wonder actually was interviewed a couple weeks ago, and he said his favorite song at the moment was on this project. So definitely go check it out.
Really?
Yeah,
He said that?
yeah.
Stevie Wonder. What? What's your favorite song that we playing on KJLA?
Fly. I love Fly. I love it.
Y'all should go check this out. I really liked it. Easy listen, 10 songs, 28 minutes about can get through it probably under Drive to Work. Other than that, Lucky dropped Drugs Are Bad. Funny coming from Lucky. He dropped this album. I think the thing I came away with from this was I miss again when the rappers were selling the drugs, not doing the drugs. And I say that because I've liked Lucky for a long time, and if it's felt like he's gotten more and more like slur my speech. I can barely understand what you're saying. This project had some slaps on it. Like I think we got one of the best Lil Baby verses we've got in a while. Not even kidding.
Really?
Lil Baby snapped on this song. But otherwise, like there was some quality Lucky songs on here. Like I think I like this better than his past 2 projects that came out. Definitely something for y'all to check out. But yeah, that's what I got for y'all new music.
Interesting. I'm dead. I'm dead. Lucky. You know what I'm saying? It's outside of you. Ryan loves Lucky. Ryan
Chicago native,
Hughes.
bro.
That's our only play cousin. Shout out Ryan.
That's
But I feel like y'all keep me like only reason I know about I don't know one Lucky song, you know what I'm saying? But Ryan gonna send me a Lucky song and you gonna talk about Lucky. So eventually one of these days I'm gonna listen to bro. But the tones, do you remember which song was that that tone that Stevie Wonder said tone he liked the tone stiff?
Yeah, it was Fly. I'll insert the clip too, but it was Fly by Tone Stith on this The Edge project. Great song, bro. It's a good song. It's a really good song. I like it.
Okay. Quickly before we get out of here, Madonna, Shakira, and BTS to headline to 2026 World Cup final halftime show. I have thoughts. They're probably not gonna be the best. What are your thoughts?
I've never been a big BTS person. I will say I came here and told you about this, but BTS has one of the craziest fan bases I've seen in my life. There was niggas lined up from the night before till the next day to see them. But I think Shakira, Madonna, like I like Shakira. I don't know how much I'm vibing with seeing Madonna right now. I don't care to see Madonna at the World Cup. I honestly thought it was gonna be Drake, but I think we're gonna get that back in blood as far as Drake not being there because I heard he might be doing all 3 days of Rolling Loud 2027. That was another rumor going around.
Drake?
Yes, I heard this. Another rumor. So that and we gotta see how these rumors are coming out. But I think it's crazy that they picked him instead of, especially since I was gonna say instead of like an American artist, but they whatever. Yeah.
I can't wait to start hating on Drake again. Yo, we didn't come on here and talk about this, but one of my associates is the biggest BTS fan, sadly. You know what I'm saying? Every time she talk about it, I want to shake my head. She went to 2 shows, bruh. This is how crazy their fan base is. She bought a VIP ticket to see BTS on a Tuesday in, I think, Scottsdale, Arizona. And her friends bought those tickets, but one of their friends couldn't get a ticket. They sold out. So the other friend bought a ticket for that Sunday the day before. So all the girls that bought a VIP ticket on the Tuesday bought a regular ticket on that Sunday so they could all go to the show together and go to the VIP show.
What the fuck?
on the day that the VIP show was, they started selling merch at 10 a.m. at the stadium. And that's when you would check in for your VIP experience. So essentially, me and my group are here. These are going to be your seats. And you could leave the stadium, come back, and just go to your seats when it was time for the show. They started selling merch at 10 a.m. Niggas was lined up that day at 6 a.m.
Like
for a show that was at 7 p.m.
Jesus.
And it wasn't niggas. It was women. It was women.
Mm-hmm.
BTS just put out a music video that had history of Asians coming to America. You know what I'm saying? Going to different universities. I don't know if you saw this. Did you see this?
No, I didn't see it.
Brother. So there is a small population of Asian students at Howard University.
Yep.
Everybody knows this, right? So the video shows these Asian students coming to Howard, right? In this video, there's not one black person on campus.
It's just all Asians?
It's all Asians at Howard University. Now, listen, prior to this video, I was like, yo, they own their own little thing, you know what I'm saying? It don't feel like appropriating because everybody knows it's black swag. So let them rock. You know what I'm saying? If they love it, they love it. Let them do their thing.
Yeah.
When I seen Howard with no black people, I had to stop it right there. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of anti BTS, you know? And looking at this lineup, BTS and Madonna, I don't feel like I don't know. And I need to go, maybe I need to go look at the countries playing in the World Cup this year. Cause it's like, bruh, who want to see BTS? That's from there. And Madonna's like 90 years old, bruh.
Hell
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Shakira, I feel like Shakira's like okay, you know what I'm saying? They trying to get swaggy. So let me go get somebody world renowned. So I ain't mad Shakira. But Madonna, like 90 years old, bruh, and BTS, they don't like black people. So I'm torn.
I didn't see that thing with Howard. And it's like, do they not like black people, or are they completely unaware of what's really going on in America? That's my question.
I think their social team just don't understand the magnitude of no
Yeah.
black people at Howard. So I don't think they actually don't. I don't think they're anti-black. I'm just being facetious. But my thing is, if you got people behind the scenes pushing non-black Howard, I gotta say you anti-black on radio waves. I
Okay.
have to.
I'm with you there.
I have to. I think when the rumor Drake was doing the World Cup final, I think they need a Burner Boy you know what I'm saying? They need a Burner
Yeah.
Boy. They need a Drake. They need somebody that's like got magnitude or like gravity around them. This lineup is trash. You know what I'm saying? I would say like for myself, like goals that I want for myself, I would love to be the guy behind putting something together like this.
Yeah.
This like because whoever put this show together is booty cheeks, bro. I don't know who did this.
That's what I always said about like some of the festival shows. Like I always wanted to curate one of those.
Yeah, we'll see. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing some World Cup stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm out
Uh,
here driving revenue to an organization with the World Cup. You know what I'm saying? I'll come out here and talk about that when it's time. I'm under NDA. But you know what I'm saying? Let's get into music y'all want to hear this week. What did you hear this week that you was like, yo, people need to hear this?
Okay. I listened to so much music this week. It's kind of crazy. I think this is one of the weeks that I like the most songs out of this entire year. But I will give y'all Get You Some Money by Skilla Baby. This was a single that I heard. I thought that was fire. Definitely had a positive message on it, type of thing I'll be listening to on my way to work tomorrow. Like, yeah, get you some money, nigga. Like, yeah. But that one. And then I want to give y'all Ain't yeah, I want to give y'all Ain't Auntie, or Auntie Ain't Playing, sorry, by 1900 Rugrat. The reason I'm giving y'all this song is because he claimed that Drake on Lil Birdie took his like flow, took his sound. He sent Drake some songs, whatever it was, and I believe it
I
because
love Lil Birdie.
Lil Birdie was crazy. Yeah, Lil Birdie. And like the flow, it sounded like his flow. So I was starting to be like, maybe, but 1900 Rugrat can actually like rap. White boy out of Florida, I
Okay.
believe. Neck tats, like he looks wild. But go check that song out. Yeah, those are my two.
What's the song again? I'm about to
Auntie Ain't Playing, 1900 Rugrat, and Skrilla. But One Take freestyle on that same album is also fire. So go check that out.
Okay. What do I got for y'all this week, man? So Benson put out a project with SARS,
I saw that.
and I don't know. I feel like that's a personal essay I gotta come in here and write. Like the artist that never was. I thought Benson was the next. I thought he was going to be in the next big three. I thought he was next for me. You know what I'm saying? And it just, I don't know. Something happened. It wasn't, that's not a slight, but he just wasn't. He wasn't what I thought he was going to be. But Frank Sinatra off of this project, Benson and SARS put the song out. Frank Sinatra. That it's got old Benson vibes to me. You know what I'm saying? Old Benson vibes. So I will go listen to that if I was y'all. And then I will say okay. Real bad man. Let me say how it's supposed to. Real bad man. Vibes Cartel. I think another segment we gotta come on here and do is why Vibes was better in jail. And is that bad for the black community? We gotta come on here and talk about that one day, because the songs he was putting out from from the jail cell with the bed mattress around him. Different. Now he out. He doing whatever he want. He doing whatever he want. So those are my 2 songs for the week, man. I'm back in that mode. Unrealistic deadlines up till 3 a.m. I'm back in that mode. You know what I'm saying? If you text me, you might not get a response.
Get some sleep, nigga.
It's 3 people. It's 3 people on my phone that's getting to do not disturb, and one he's on this call. So it's 2 other people. It's my mama and it's my mama and Colton. If you're not my mama, Colton or Antonio, you not finna get through, bro. I'm in that mode.
Yeah, bro, we locked in. It's summertime. Niggas say they come out. No, we locked in. That's what we doing this summer, nigga. What,
Listen,
nigga?
Detroit, if they don't make the championship, if they don't win the championship this year, nigga, we just need to get somebody that's not Michael Porter Jr. If we get somebody that's not Michael Porter Jr. this summer, bro, I'm moving to Detroit. Fuck it.
Next pod, we're gonna sit there and talk about why Michael Porter Jr. would be a good addition to the Pistons, in my opinion.
Yo, have a good week. Yo, goodbye, bro.